Good evening, friends. My apologies at the very outset, since the first speaker itself, uh, she has she's not feeling well and she is not in a position to speak. So that is why I'm shifting my lecture, which is scheduled later on at this moment. And I believe that you will enjoy this lecture. Now I take you to the PowerPoint presentation. So this lecture is online information retrieval tools and techniques. Friends, I believe that some of you might be an expert in this area and some of you might be novice. But believe me, the things or the tools and techniques which I'm going to discuss with you will definitely help each of you to learn how to find precise and relevant information, particularly using different search engines, whether it is an individual search engine or a search engine associated with any of the databases. It could be a single window search platform as well. These tools and techniques are definitely very helpful for retrieving the information which is looked after by a researcher. When I'm talking about the information retrieval, two important aspects are related to this. I relate this lecture to the morning inaugural session where I said that information need and information access are two important aspects of digital information which is available to us today in plenty, right? When I talk about information need, I simply mean that the seeker of information should be in a position to determine what exactly he or she is looking for, and he or she should be able to articulate the same information requirement in a precise and relevant way to the search engine where he or she is looking for the information. Then information access is there. This simply means that you should be able to understand what are the places, what are different sources where you should look for a particular piece of information. And the most important of all these is how to formulate a search query. I believe all of us are using on regular basis. We are using search engines like Google, right? And we look for a term or we look for a query, we find a lot of information which is not relevant. So why it is so? It is so because our approach to the information searching is not relevant, it is not precise. The fault is more with the seeker of information rather than the search engine. So formulation of search query helps you to find precise and relevant information. This is the scenario today. There is no dearth of information. Rather, we are overloaded with information. You look for any search engine, not Google. You go for a search engine which is associated with any of the important databases like Science Direct, Wiley, Sage, any database. You look for something and you get so much of information then that makes you confused again what to leave and what to read, right? So this is the today's information scenario, the digital information scenario, where we all are overloaded with the information which is available, digitally available. But the fact is, this digital information which is available through a platform called internet or web is very important for teaching, learning, and research. What is required is a kind of expertise, a kind of skill to find out precise and relevant information. We should know how to talk to the search engine. See, for example, when you visit a particular library for a piece of information, you use the OPAC or web OPAC, or simply if you move to the stack area of the library, you find all piece of information arranged in the form of books. So we proceed logically. The same logic is required in online environment also, with some expertise to use the features which is already available with each of the search engine, right? So the information is available in plenty, and part of that information is highly important. Part of the information is not relevant and not authentic, but the part of information is highly important. Part of that information is not available, a good part of that information is not available in print also. So there is no way out. We need to understand how to make a precise and relevant search. So this part of information which is available through net, on internet, or on the websites is very important, which is digital information in teaching, learning, and research. And we need to effectively communicate with the search engines to find out precise and relevant information. Well, before we proceed further, we need to have a kind of understanding what kind of information is actually available on the web, right? What categories of information are there and how we can find them out. So for the convenience of access of information, I have divided them in three groups, in three categories. The first category is free and visible web, or the information which is freely available and the information which is visible. Now, the question is, visible to whom? The information which is visible to the search engines, right? Now, let me tell you that the largest search engines like Google, they are having visibility of only 20% of information which is available on the web. The rest 80% of the information is called invisible web. Now, what is this visible and invisible web? See, a search engine, or particularly an individual search engine, they have got three components. The first component is, it is called spiders or worms or robots. So it is a kind of technology, or it is a kind of program which keeps on visiting and revisiting different websites, different web pages, and whatever websites, web pages are visited by the spiders, it performs a task. It takes an image of each and every web page, it visits and revisits after some time, wherever it is allowed. So that image is stored in the second component of the search engine, that is called index or database. So the largest the database of a search engine, you are likely to have the largest results on a particular query, right? So what we have the largest database of a search engine called Google, and for a particular query, you are likely to have the largest number of results compared to other search engines having smaller databases or smaller indexes. The third component of the search engine is the search software, through which we look for a query, we put our query for search. So that search window is the third component of a search engine. So what is visible? Visible web. The visible web is that part of web which is indexed by the search engine, individual search engines like Google. The second category of information which is available on the web, on the internet, is free but invisible web. So that is that part of the web which is not indexed by the individual search engines like Google, Yahoo, Tema, alltheweb.com, etc. Why it is not visible? Because in some cases, the spiders are not so efficient. In some cases, the spiders are not allowed to visit, right? So that part is called free but invisible web, which is not indexed by the general search engines, which is not in their database, right? And the third component, the third category is the paid information, the paid databases which are accessible through web, like Science Direct, Web of Science, Scopus, Wiley, Sage, Cambridge University Press, Oxford University Press, Emerald Group of Publications. So all these commercial publishers, they don't allow the search engines to index their proprietary item and make it searchable. So since I have already explained you that what is a search engine, I would like to explain you what is a directory or subject directory or a subject portal. See, with a purpose to make the invisible information visible to the academia, there are various subject directories, there are various subject portals, which makes the invisible information, free and invisible information, visible to you. So what it is, simply, it is a listing of internet resources. It is a listing of web resources, or rather, more precisely, it is a human listing of web resources, internet resources. So compared to the search engines, see, they are indexed by automated softwares, automated spiders. But in directories, the information is gathered by human being, gleaned by human being, evaluated by human being, and then it is listed in subject directories or subject portals. So compared to search engines, you will find lesser information in directories, but the quality of information, reliability of information, authenticity of information is more, which is available through search, through subject directories or subject gateways or subject portals, right? Now the question is, what is a search engine? Instead of those three components, what purpose it serves, right? So the answer to this question is, what is a search engine? It is a tool. What kind of tool? See, the search engines are simply a facilitator of information. They are not the creator of information. They are simply the facilitator of information. And what kind of information they facilitate? The information they are able to index, not beyond that. So that indexed information is only 20% of the web which is available, right? So the search engine is simply a tool. What kind of tool? Like this. We have multiple tools which we used in our daily lives, and they serve different purposes, right? So what we find an example of a hammer. We use an hammer for a particular purpose. When you want to put a nail on the wall, you use the hammer. And what we have, what experience we have, if you are not properly able to use the hammer, you are likely to harm yourself. And the same is the case with search engine as a tool. If you are not able to operate successfully, if you are not able to use the hammer or use the search engine successfully, you are likely to harm yourself. You are going to harm yourself, right? So we need to be very specific with a particular search engine. How we can be specific? The two advices for you is, number one, whenever you are going to use a individual search engine or any search engine for the first time, please read the help menu or help guide of that particular search engine, sparing half an hour time or 45 minutes. 45 minutes. How it will help you? It will explain you what are the specific features, what are the different boxes or different search criteria which are available to search, to use, and to search in that particular search engine, right? And the second one is, see, I believe that most of you might be using only the basic search. Basic search means where we have a single window to search. So my advice is, as a beginner of the information searcher, you should go to the advanced search. What you will have there, you will have different windows, multiple windows, and where there you can put your different queries in different permutations and combinations. So that will help you to find precise and more relevant information. I will explain all these things. I will go live also and explain to you how small steps helps you to find more precise, more relevant information from any of the database. I can use a subscribed database like Science Direct, and then we can find it out that how these search techniques are useful to you. So use the tool called search engine with precaution. Understand the search engine, understand its features by reading the search guide or help menu, and then use the advanced search features which is available with that particular search engine. So what is a search engine? It is the most often used tool. It helps us to find web pages, and it has a mechanism of indexing the information or the web pages with the help of spiders or crawlers. The advantage of the search engine is we can have good number of or large number of results from its database, because it is maintained, it is created and maintained by created and maintained automatically with the help of spiders. The disadvantage of the search engine is the quality of information which is available or which we find as a result is always not good. It is always not accurate. So that information which is available through individual search engine needs to be evaluated in terms of its authenticity and reliability. See, the search engines are the preferred tool when, as a seeker of information, you are looking for something very specific, like a particular website, like Indian Railway or University of Delhi or Jawaharlal Nehru University. When you are when you are trying to pin down quick facts or two, when you need to know if any information exists on a particular subject or subject area, and when you want mass quantity of information, large information, comprehensive information, but you are not concerned with quality control. So in those cases, you can use the search engines. These are some of the examples of search engines like Google, AltaVista, Lycos, Yahoo, Excite, and alltheweb.com. Now, coming to the subject directories, it is a database of titles, citations, and websites organized by categories. So what you can have a subject directory or a subject portal where many of the subjects are listed. As well as you can have a subject directory or a subject portal where only one specific subject is there, and its different sub-subjects or its different areas are given there. So you can have a subject directory where multiple subjects are there, or a subject directory which is devoted particularly for a particular subject. The advantage of the subject directory is it is maintained and edited and maintained by the human being. So the information which is available is carefully evaluated and annotated. So the quality of information is very high, which is available from subject directory. But the disadvantage is you always have lesser number of results from subject directories compared to the search engines. See, the subject directories are well organized and they are selective. They don't provide whatever is available. They provide whatever is found suitable for a particular category, right? So in a subject like economics, you will have marketing, you will have you will have planning, you will have labor. So different sub-subjects of the subject will be listed, and under each subject, you will find further categories of information which are available. The subject directories are useful to you when you want to know about broad-based subjects like general topics, popular topics, targeted directories, current events, and information regarding some products. The examples of subject directories are there: Bubble Information Services, InfoMine, Intuit, Math Guide. This is only for mathematics. Pinnacle, a subject launchpad. It's a bibliography of subject directories, and you have almost all the subjects or directories of different subjects listed on Pinnacle's list. So one single site, Pinnacle, and you have access to about more than 20 subject directories there. Socio site is for social work. www virtual library is for more than, it consists of many subjects, and then Yanja is there. Now coming to meta search or federated search engines. See, we have a different kind of search engine also. This search engine, they don't have the spiders, they don't have their own database or own index like individual search engines. What they have their search software with a special algorithm to send your query, to broadcast your query to different individual search engines and find information from them, and then put it together after removing the duplication or keeping the duplication search engine wise. In simple terms, meta search engines, they are single window search, and they help you to find information from different individual search engines in a single go, right? Similar to that, there is a concept called federated search engine. This federated search engine is specifically used for searching the commercial databases. So in case your university or your institution is subscribing to a good number of database, and a researcher or a user of information is required to go one by one to most of the databases for searching information, if you provide or if you make a provision or if you have a provision for a federated search engine in a single window, you can select, you can search all the databases, or you can select the databases which you want to search for a particular query. So meta search engine or federated search engines, they, in simple terms, they are single window searches and helps you to find information from different databases, right? The advantage of meta search engine or federated search engine is you don't have to go to many search engines, many individual search engines. You can go to a particular search engine and find out information, single window, and you can find out information from there. Sorry. The disadvantage of meta search engine or federated search engines are they are not so fine-tuned to find precise and relevant information which is available in individual search engines for open access resources or the individual search engines which are associated with different databases like ScienceDirect and Wiley and Sage, right? That simply means, see, if you are using the advanced search features of ScienceDirect, you are able to create a permutation and combination of your search queries in a precise way. But the same query has to be executed in a different way in Sage or Sage Online Collection. But if you are using a federated search engine, you will have different set of permutations and combinations. Although the federated search engines or meta search engines, they do take care of all these varieties of advanced search engines, but there are some limitations. So this is only a limitation of finding very precise information from different search engines through single window search engines like meta search engines and federated search engines. The examples of meta search engines are Pickup, Clusty, Mama, and Xquick. Now, coming to the information retrieval strategy, I have already told you that, okay, somebody, wait. I have already told you that as a seeker of information, we are associated with two aspects of information. The first aspect is information need. We should be in a position, we should be skillful, we should develop the expertise to determine what exactly we are looking for and articulate the information need to a particular system of searching, right? And the second aspect is information access. We must have a knowledge what are the places and what are the sources and how to formulate a search query in a precise way to find out precise and relevant information. So the first step in this connection is state what you want to find. This is very simple. What you can do, you can write on a piece of paper what exactly you are looking for. For example, I have given here three examples for three searches. The first example is economic development in India. The second example is cognitive architecture of the depressed. And the third example is globalization and its impact on the Indian working class. These are three examples for three searches. So the second step is identify the keywords. See, whatever you are looking for, everything is not searchable. So here we can find. In second example, the keywords are, second and third example, the keywords are underlined. Like cognitive architecture and depressed. These are two keywords in the second example. In the third example, the keywords are globalization and Indian working class. Now, some of you may also say that impact should be one of the keywords. Fine, it should be. But if we analyze the information requirement, if we analyze the process of searching or the availability of information or the fields of information, we will find that the term impact in many cases is implied. And in many cases, if we use the term impact, we won't be able to retrieve those particular research papers or documents. Why for? Because, see, we have a research paper and it has in its title, the title of the research paper is Globalization and Indian Working Class. It has not used the term impact. So if we are looking for globalization, impact, and Indian working class in the field called title, we won't be able to retrieve that paper. Whereas that paper which deals with globalization and Indian working class will definitely discuss what is the impact or effect of globalization on Indian working class. So many of the terms, they have an implied meaning and they are not required to be searched, right? Now, coming to the first example, economic development in India. The keywords are economic development and India. Now, the third step to determine your information need, to define your information need is to find out what are the synonymous terms which could have been used by different scholars and find out variant word forms like singulars and plurals and a difference of spellings. So in case of economic development in India, if we look for the synonymous terms for economic development, we have terms like economic growth and economic progress. They are synonymous in meaning to the term economic development. What if, for a while, let us consider what if we are not looking for the synonymous terms. If we are not bothered about the synonymous terms, what synonymous terms are available there. So what will happen? If we look for economic development and India, we will leave all the research papers where the author has used the term economic growth or economic progress, because the search engine will look for economic development. As a human being, we have a human mind. We can understand that development, growth, and progress is almost synonymous in meaning. But the search system or the search engines, they won't be able to understand this difference, right? So we need to find out the synonymous terms, to look for everything which is available, to look for the research, to look for the research papers or research documents where some synonymous terms have been used by different scholars, right? So select the synonyms and variant word forms very carefully. Variant word forms refers to the singulars and plurals, as well as variations in spellings, like we have two spellings for color, C-O-L-O-R, C-O-L-O-U-R. So we need to be very specific when we are articulating our information need with a particular search system. Now, what to do? What we have four keywords in this case. In this example, we have four keywords: economic development, economic growth, economic progress, and India. Now, are we required to search them in four different searches? No, we are not required to search them in different searches. We are required to search them in one search by combining them with the Boolean operators, right? So what we need to do, we need to combine the synonyms, the keywords, and variant word forms by using the Boolean operators. Now, what are those operators? The Boolean operators, they are and, or, not. And these three terms, they play very important role in information searching, right? They're very important. They create a meaning to your keywords. Different meaning are created by these words when they are used. Now, what are those meanings? See, when we apply the term not with any of the keyword, we simply indicate to the search engine that we are not interested in that term and it should not appear in our search results. For example, if you are looking for pets, P-E-T-S, pets, but you are not interested in cats, what you can do, you can make a search pets, not cats. Friends, always remember that these Boolean operators, they are always used in capital letters to indicate to the search engine that they are Boolean operators, and they give a meaning to the term where they are associated, right? So we always use the Boolean operators in capital letters. So the meaning of not is that term is not required in the results. We are interested in pets. I'm interested in pets, but not interested in cats, right? Now, the two Boolean operators are left and or. One will broaden your search results. It will increase the number of results, and one will decrease the number of results. So which one will increase and which one will decrease? See, and that simply means this and this. Means if you are looking for multiple keywords, you can use and or with different permutations and combinations. I have already explained it to you. Say, for example, I'm interested in information regarding admissions, right? So I'm willing to take admissions either in Delhi University, DU, or in Jawaharlal Nehru University, JNU. So I'm searching for information and I'm saying to the search engine that admissions in DU and JNU, it has a meaning. Admissions in DU and JNU, it has a meaning. What meaning? I'm looking for all the information where admissions are discussed in DU and JNU both. DU and JNU. But when I say admissions in DU or JNU, that simply means I'm looking for information which is there in DU or which is related to JNU. So that means when I say or, I'm giving an option. So in case of and, only those research or only those documents will be retrieved where both the term DU and JNU are there. But in case when we are using the term or, all those papers where both DU and JNU is available will be retrieved, and all those papers where either the term DU or the term JNU is available, that will be retrieved. I believe that it is clear to all of you. In simple terms, and means both the terms, or means either of the terms. So when we go for either of the terms, the number of results will be large. It broadens the search query. When we say and, it limits the search query to a particular context. Admissions in DU and JNU, that means it is limited to DU and JNU both, where both the terms related to admissions are there, that will be retrieved, right? Give a context that makes your search more precise and more relevant. The context is very important. Now, what kind of context and what purpose is solved by the context? In the first example, which is from sciences, we find that a researcher is looking for the term genetic mutation. Now, the question is, when somebody is looking for genetic mutation, what could be the context? So to my understanding, genetic mutation can take place in human, animal, and plants. And a researcher is likely to be interested in either of them. Very rarely, a researcher will be interested in genetic mutation of all the entities, humans, animals, and plants. So when the seeker of information, the researcher, says, I'm looking for genetic mutation, which is only confined to a context called either human or plants or animals, what he or she will do, they shuffle out the rest of the criteria. So if I'm looking for genetic mutation in humans, I'm not searching the information which is related to animals and plants because it is not relevant to that particular query. My information need is only limited to genetic mutation in humans. I do not require information on genetic mutation which is related to animals or plants, right? Similarly, the second example is on foreign direct investment. Somebody is looking for information on FDI, foreign direct investment, right? Now, there are, means as a seeker of information, we need to give a context, right? And that context in this example is FDI in which geographical location, in which country? Because FDI is a global phenomenon. It is in almost all the countries of the world. So a researcher or a user of information is likely to be interested in any one country. So for example, if I say FDI, foreign direct investment, and my information requirement is related to a particular country called India, so the first context I can use is foreign direct investment and India. So what I will do, I'm searching information on FDI, which with a particular context to India. So all the information on FDI, which is related to other countries, that will be filtered out. That won't be part of my search result, right? And furthermore, what I can do, see, FDI is not something, a new concept. I think it is a decades old concept, right? And my requirement, my information requirement could be of some particular year. So if I'm looking for FDI in a particular context called India, I might be interested in some latest research papers on FDI. So what I can do, I can say FDI and India in a period, say 2018 to 2020. Or I could be more precise by saying only 2020, because I have already seen the research papers of different periods. So I can give a context in the form of a geographical location, in the form of period of research publication, in particular case of FDI. So giving the context makes your query more precise. And then once your query is precise, you are likely to have more precise and more relevant information to a particular query. Now, the sixth step is very important. Check your spelling, proper spacing, and proper punctuation. Friends, be sure that a misspelled word, a misspelled keyword will lead you to those research papers where same spelling mistake has taken place. Otherwise, sorry, there is no result. So please make sure that you are searching a correct spelling. You have kept proper spacing in different words, in different terms, and whatever punctuation marks, if you are using in a particular search, is proper, appropriate. Now, coming to the second aspect of information access, we have certain techniques that really helps you to find information very precisely. So the first search technique is phrase search. You can make a search, a phrase search. Now, what is a phrase search? A phrase search, in simple terms, is a search where you are looking for the keywords in the same order, different keywords in the same order as it is, right? So if you are searching for genetic mutation, there are two terms. You want genetic mutation to come together in the same order, right? Where we can use a phrase search. We should use phrase search in case of proper nouns. If you are looking for name of individuals, name of associations, name of departments, you should use the phrase search. Now, let me give you an example. Why we should go for phrase search? See, you are searching for a term called Harivansh Rai Bachchan. Okay, so the expected results are, you will find a lot of information on Harivansh Rai Bachchan, his poetries, his biographies, some criticism or some explanations on Harivansh Rai Bachchan. But you will have some information which is related to Amitabh Bachchan, Aishwarya Bachchan, Jaya Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan. Why? Because the term Bachchan is common in all the names. If you are looking for William Shakespeare, you will have good number of results on William Shakespeare, but definitely you will also have some results on William Wordsworth. The point is, the term William is common, whereas the interest, the information requirement is for either Harivansh Rai Bachchan or William Shakespeare, not other Bachchans or William Wordsworth. Let me give you an example of some departments. See, if you are looking for Department of Justice, you search the term Department of Justice in Google, what you will find large number of results where Department of Justice is together as a phrase. But you will also have some information where only either the term department is there or the term justice is there. That is not required by you. You are not looking for that. You are looking for Department of Justice. You are looking for Haribansh Rai Bachchan. You are not looking for Abhishek Bachchan. You are looking for William Shakespeare. You are not looking for William Wordsworth. So in all those cases, we can use the phrase search. Now, how to make a search a phrase search? See, if when you are using the advanced search page of a search engine, you will have windows where you can put the query. Even in Google, if you go to the Google Advanced, you will have a window where you can put the query and you can make your search a phrase search. But in basic search also, in a single window search, a single search query box, you can put double inverted commas before and after your search query and make your query a phrase, right? That is across the search engines, that is an accepted norm. To if you are putting a double inverted comma before and after a query, that makes your search, that terms your search as a phrase search, right? So phrase search will help you to find out information for all your queries, or all the terms of your queries in the same order as a phrase. See, in many cases, we can also use phrase search even if it is not a proper noun. For example, let me use the same example which we have given for the context. You can use the phrase search for terms like genetic mutation. If you're not using the phrase search, what will happen? You will have the information where the term genetics has come somewhere and mutation has come somewhere. You will have information on genetic mutation as a phrase, but there will be many results where either the term genetics has come or the term mutation has come, or at the beginning, the term mutation has come and then the term genetics has come. So even in some cases, you can use the phrase search to find all the words of your query in the same order. Now coming to the second search option, that is called field search. See, field search gives you an option to find the information in a particular field. Now, what is that field? That field is the field of information. And the field of information are the title, the author, the subject, the keywords, the abstract, right? And there are various other fields of information, but these are very important field of information for seeker of information, right? So you might be interested to find out a particular keyword in a particular field. For example, I'm looking for Shakespeare, but I'm interested in the term Shakespeare as an author. I want to read some sonnets written by Shakespeare or some dramas written by Shakespeare. So what should I do? I'm searching the term Shakespeare as an author. What I'm doing? I'm filtering all the information which is associated with the term Shakespeare, but which has come in different fields. When I'm looking for Shakespeare as an author, I'm not interested in the term Shakespeare wherever it is in the title, wherever it is in the subject, because my interest is there only in the term Shakespeare as an author, right? So I can limit my search to a particular field. Now, practically, and this facility is available on the advanced search page of almost all the search engines. You can look for information in a particular field. For relevance of search, this field search is very important. Let me use the same example, genetic mutation. I have hundreds and thousands of results, which is like an library. I'm on the gate of library because I have hundreds and thousands of results. I need particular piece of information, particular research paper published by a particular scholar in a particular journal. I don't want the entire library, right? So what I can do, I can find out very relevant information, very precise information on genetic mutation with human, with a context of human. If I am searching the term genetic mutation in the title, whatever results are there, they are more precise, more relevant to my query than in the papers where the term genetic mutation has come in abstract or in keywords or anywhere in the complete text. So what I can do, I can decide the field of my information which I'm looking for. That field could be the title, the author, the subject, the abstract, the keywords, anything, right? So that is called field search. The third option, which we have already discussed, is Boolean operators and or not. They are magical words. They are called magical words for searching of information or information retrieval. See, as an information professional or as a librarian, it is our duty to provide you or to provide the researchers or the academicians right information with speed and ease. So the information retrieval, the concept of information retrieval is easy, speedy, and accurate information. That information retrieval is best, which provides access to the information in a precise and relevant way, and which is easy, speedy, and accurate. So Boolean operators and or not play very important role. I advise all of you, please, you can try the magic of Boolean operators. Even in basic search, you can put different Boolean operators and try to understand what differences are made by them. How the different operators help you to find out different variety of information. Now coming to the fourth technique, that is called proximity search. See, the meaning of proximity is closeness or nearness. In some of the databases, for example, particularly the JSTOR, you can find different keywords or different terms of your search query in close proximity to each other by different number of words. That could be by 10 words, by 5 words, by 20 words, in one sentence, in one paragraph, or in one page. That means in some cases when you find that the things are very difficult to find precise information, whatever you are retrieving that is not relevant or even partially not relevant, in those cases you can use proximity search and you can find all the terms which you are looking for in close proximity to each other on the basis of proximity decided by you, right? It is you who will decide that what should be the proximity of the different terms which you are searching for. Now coming to the next one is control vocabulary. See, in natural languages, the scholars, the researchers and scholars, they are habitual of referring to the same concept in different ways. For example, when I say history of India or Indian history, I'm referring to the same concept in different ways. But for information retrieval, if we refer to the same concept in different way, that ease, speed, and accuracy is challenged. So what we do as an information professional, we use control vocabulary. We use some artificial language to make the things easily searchable, to make the things easily retrievable, right? So what we do, we say the book deals with history, and then history of which geographical location, then the name of the country. So whatever is the title, history of India or Indian history or a textbook of Indian history or a textbook of history of India, whatever is the title, irrespective of the title, you will find all the books on history on a country called India in that control vocabulary, history-India or history-name of the geographical location. So this use of control vocabulary is for helping the seeker of information to find out. So whenever you are searching or subscribed database, whenever you are using a search engine of a subscribed database, you are likely to have suggested searching control vocabulary. So when you have a suggestion from the search engine, please look for that. They refer to the control vocabulary used by the database. So this information will help you whenever you are having some suggestions from the search engine that if you are looking for this, please look for this. You simply understand that this is the use of control vocabulary for the same concept, right? Now, the last one is concept map. See, this facility of looking for the information is available in very selected databases. For example, Credo reference. That is a database which is a collection of reference documents like dictionaries, encyclopedias, biographies, almanacs, directories. So instead of going to multiple dictionaries or encyclopedia, you can refer to this platform. And once you have retrieved the results, you can find out all the results in the single window. That means if you have retrieved 5,000 results, you will find all 5,000 results in the single window, floating and connected to each other with a link. How it helps you? You can put your cursor in any of those terms, and you can find out a very you will find out brief information in a pop-up window. And if you are interested, on the basis of that brief information, if you are interested to look for full text, you can click from there and you can go to the full text. So this I have already explained to you what is a phrase search, field search. What are the Boolean operators? This is in they are diagrammatic representation of the different Boolean operators. Okay, now the question is, you have followed all those 60 steps, and you have used most of the techniques which we have discussed right now. Now, if you are able to find only 200 results, will you be looking for, or will you be reading the titles of those 200 research papers which you have found as a result? I'm sure we are not going to read, right? At somewhere in our mind, whenever we make a search, some information is there, and we are not able, or we are not aware of how we should articulate with that. When you go to a library, you go for a book, and when you go in the stacks, you get the book, but you have some time. So what you do, you look for some other books also. And all of a sudden, you find a book which is more relevant to your query instead of the book for which you have come. So that is, since you are able to look the things physically, you can decide. In digital environment, you are not able to look to the things physically, and there you are not able to decide. So what we need to do, we need to use our mind properly. See, once you have found 200 results, not only 200 results, you have found 20,000 results, then also you need to go further, and you need to limit your research, search, or you need to refine your search. How you can? See, you should be able to properly go to one research paper or a group of 5 or 10 research papers in which you are interested in. So how you can? See, you have made a search on a query called genetic mutation. You have found 500 results with all those steps and all those techniques used. Now, the question is, what you are interested in, further what you are interested in. So the possibilities are, you might be interested in a particular scholar, a particular author, and that is only you who can tell. So out of those 500 results, you can find out how many research papers are written by, authored by a particular scholar or a particular author. So what you can do, you can limit your search, you can refine your search with the name of that author or that scholar. You might be interested to read the research papers which are published in a particular journal. So what you can do, you can find out the title of the journal and you can limit your search. You can refine and limit your search to that particular journal. That facilities are there in almost all the subscribed databases. This facility in a different way is also available in Google. And you might be interested only in recent research papers on a particular query. So you can limit and refine your search to the period of publication. And you might be interested, because the facility is there, you might be interested in types of documents. You might be interested in review papers, in research papers, in editorial papers. You might be interested in book chapters. So depending upon your own requirement, you can further, once you have made a search, you find a good number of results, then also you can limit your search to a particular context, you can refine your search to a context or to the name of the authors, the publication titles, year of publications, and type of documents. Further also, there are possibilities in some of the databases that you may have some context. Like if you are searching for a genetic mutation, you are likely to have a context of DNA. So you can limit your search further to a particular context. So this is all from my side, and let me take you live. Let me take you live to a particular database, and then help you to identify how we can make a particular search. So kindly allow me 2 minutes time so that I can take you live to a particular database called Science Direct. Science Direct. ScienceDirect.com. So let me share the screen, friends. Here we are, and this is the home page of Science Direct. Okay, so what I have suggested you, please go to the advanced search page. What was there in the basic search page? What we have a single window for search. On advanced search page, we have multiple windows to make a search. So what I'm doing, I'm searching, simple search, what we are habitual of making. I'm searching for the term genetic mutation. Okay. And I have made a search. So what kind of results we have? I believe all of you are able to see this. Dr. Ashish?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see Science Direct on the screen? Okay. So
yes, sir.
That simply means all the audience is able to see this. So what results we have when we are searching for genetic mutation? We have 6,23,881 results. It simply indicates that you are on the gate of a library. This is not going to help you. So how to proceed further? I'm back on the advanced search page. I simply make it a phrase search. Okay. So this is a phrase search. And what number of results are there? From 6,23,000, I have come down to 47,094 results, right? So rest of the results, their genetic mutation was not used together. So this is the use of phrase search. Now, let me make one more search only. Let me make this search in a particular field. So how to go for a particular field? I'm show all fields, and here title, abstract, and author specified keywords. I'm making the same search in double inverted comma, genetic mutation, and the inverted comma. Okay, sorry, not here. It is to be in the title, because if we go for title and rest of the things, so I'm searching here in title. Genetic mutation, and I'm making a search. So what we have the number of results which has come down to 305 only. But even though the number of results are 305, what we have, it is large, and I do not expect any one of you that you will go and read the title of these 305 research papers. So what we can do, see, you can refine by the year of publication. If you want more, you can go for more, right? So these are the year of publications. These are the types of documents: review research paper, review articles, research articles, book chapters, conference abstracts, and further. You can go for further. If you are interested in publication title, here are some of the examples, and further you can find out the rest of the research journals. So if I'm only interested in a journal title called Gene, I can click, and I have only the 6 research papers on genetic mutation in the title of the document, which are published in a journal called Gene, right? So this is the way, proper way of searching information, retrieving the information from the digital information in the digital information landscape, particularly from the web, from different databases, from open access resources. So this is all from my side as of now, and